munchies, it's the Gamer Untamed, and today this is just going to be a really kind of short and relaxed video that I'm going to share with you guys about the 10 lessons I have learnt this year, because we are coming to the end of 2015. It's almost Christmas, and that means it's almost time for the new year, so it's a time for reflection over the things that we've done, things we've learnt, etc, etc, and I wanted to share what I've learnt this year with you guys. Number one is that you have to be kind to everyone no matter what, regardless of whether you dislike them or you hate them or whatever the circumstance might be kind to everyone. And this is really inspired from Ellen's saying at the end of her TV show, be kind to one another. And it's extremely important, and it's a very valuable quality to have, I've found. At the beginning of the year, that was my resolution, to be kind to everyone, and I feel like I stood by that wholeheartedly. I have barely ever said a bad word about anyone this year. I found that in the past I was extremely judgmental. I would talk about people when they really didn't deserve it. And I feel like I've kind of redeemed myself for that. I mean, I didn't do it that much, but this year I'm like, nope, and I'm sticking by that for the rest of my life. I think being kind and showing kindness to other people when they might be feeling down or they might not feel like they have friends is extremely important, because sometimes I feel like I can identify with that. So kindness is really important to me. Best quality to have. Number two, the saying treat others how you want to be treated is an absolute lie and a complete joke. Speaking of kindness, I have treated absolutely everyone I know this year with kindness to a certain degree. But I have found that there are some people, friends and just acquaintances, who don't understand the concept of just being nice to be polite. People have agendas, they're judgmental, and I've realised that absolutely not everyone, even if they're your friends, are going to like you. It's just not a thing. You can be as kind as you want, but people can still come up to you and be complete jerks. It is so frustrating to realise that that saying would work, because you would hear it renounced in your ears so many times when you're a kid. Treat others how you want to be treated. It doesn't work. Sorry to burst your bubble, it's crap. Number three is take time for yourself. Be kind to yourself. It's so important. I can't stress how much I ruined my mind and my body this year when I was fussing over education and trying to have some sort of a social life when I really didn't. I didn't take any time for myself this year. I felt like I was just hounding myself with work, trying to be the best I could be and even more than what I could do. And I didn't take any time to appreciate myself, appreciate my mind, appreciate my body, and I didn't treat myself the way I deserve to be treated. Speaking of the past. But I might be kind to everyone else, but I'm so bad at being kind to myself. And that was something I really learnt this year. But I have to take a step back, appreciate myself, know that I work really hard with what I do, whether it be related to school or personal situations, and just take a breather and appreciate myself, and everyone should do the same. Number four, in a judgmental world, we don't need more judgy people. I'm always fretting about whether I'm being judged for what I look like, how I behave, what I like to do, etc, etc. I'm so frightened of even telling people what type of music I like, or what games I play, or the fact that I love to write. I'm terrified of that. I don't want people to judge me. And this world is already so judgmental that we don't need any more judgy people. This is not really a lesson I've learned, but just an observation that when we don't have so many judgy people around, we feel more comfortable within ourselves and within our place in society. But as soon as we get surrounded by all these people who just judge us and really hone on us in a negative way and produce negative sensations for ourselves, you begin to feel so uncomfortable with yourself, ashamed even, and embarrassed. And it's just something I've realised, that we have to take a step back away from the people that are judging us or those that make us feel really uncomfortable, and place ourselves with people who won't judge us because they appreciate you for who you are. Speaking of comfort, number five is that you have to find friends that you're able to be your comfortable true self around. I can't stress enough how important it is and how rewarding it is when you're able to smile, laugh, open up, relax, and be your crazy wacko self with people who aren't going to judge you or laugh at you or embarrass you. Maybe they will, but they appreciate you for who you are and they don't want you to change. I have floated around many groups this year and in previous years, and I feel like where I am now, people aren't going to judge me and I can be happy being where I am. No one deserves to be in a position where they have to pretend to be anyone else that they're not, and they feel scared when they're around certain people. So comfortable friendships are very quintessential and important, in my opinion. Number 6 is that it is not selfish to care about you. You've heard this saying, we've all heard it, when people say to you, you're selfish because you put your needs above other people. Yeah, sure, it kind of sounds selfish, but it's definitely not selfish to put your needs and your mental, physical care above another person. If you're struggling, you're not in the best state of mind, and you feel really stressed, it is not selfish to care about you. That is a ridiculous statement. I mean, I'm one of those people, I feel like I am sometimes, one of those people who will put the needs of others above myself, but when it comes to education, I'm striving to be the best I possibly can be, and in that situation, helping others is not going to advantage me at all, and it's not going to help me in a year's time when I've received an ATAR score. So it is definitely not selfish to care about you. Do what you have to do to take care of yourself and put yourself first in situations where it really does matter. Number 7, and this is a big one, guys. Change is inevitable. I know, it's such a shocking concept. I remember at the beginning of this year, I would ask my mum all the time, I don't want these people to change. Why do they have to change? Why are they changing? Blah, blah, blah. Corinne, you are so dumb. Like, really, everyone has to change. It's an inevitable factor of life. People evolve, they change their friendship circles, they change their personality because they learn new things, they experience new things, etc., etc. Why do you even wonder why change is happening? The world's changing. Think about it. We've had 5 prime ministers in Australia in the past, 4 years or 10 years? 10 years. And in England, they've had 3. In America, they've had 3 presidents, and it's the same thing. But Australia is changing, the world's changing, so why can't friendships change? Why can't you change? Why can't your environment change? So realistically, because everything's changing, you can't expect one element not to change. And if you're one of those people who are like me and don't appreciate change in friendship circles because you want everything to stay the same forever, it doesn't happen and you have to adapt to it, which I've learned to do. Number 8, take advantage. And I don't mean take advantage of people because that's just wrong. But I mean take advantage of opportunities that are thrown in your way. If you're a really timid and shy person and you're in a social situation and you really want to talk to someone, take advantage of that moment. Seize it, grasp it. It is your moment. Take advantage of it. Because really, what do you have to lose? I mean, it's slightly a morbid thought, but you could drop dead at any moment. Touch wood. And then what are you going to look back on? All the things you should have taken advantage of but you didn't? There are so many opportunities to relish, and I've realized this year that you just have to go for it and take advantage of it. Number 9 is that you have to be open to trying new things. Now, I have never been a very reckless, adrenaline-seeking person or even a food-savvy person. I mean, this year I tried so many new foods. I mean, it's not the biggest thing to try, but hey, I would never even thought of eating calamari until my friend Ben said, hey, have some calamari, and I'm like, and I had it and it tasted like chicken. It was great. See? Be open to trying new things. I mean, it doesn't matter what it has to be. It could even be the smallest of things, but it develops your personality, it develops you, it helps you to grow, and you can learn stuff about yourself from trying new things, which I find really interesting. And even with me, when I try new foods, it just gives me a sense of gratification to know that, ooh, look at me. I'm a little bit more of a grown-up, that I can eat more things. It's a bit of a silly thought, but you know, I'm open to trying new foods now. Just don't give me tuna. I'm never open to trying tuna. And finally, number 10 is that you have to keep striving for your goals. Now, I completed one VC subject this year, and I was, to be honest, very disappointed with my result. But in hindsight, I realized how great of a score it was. I just wish I had done better. I mean, I was sick, but I still wish I'd done better. Now, at the time, I thought it was the end of the world, and I'm like, just gonna give up completely, might as well be a stripper, blah, blah, blah. But you have to keep pushing. You have to disregard it completely, push it out of your mind, and keep moving forward. I have a full year of more subjects to do and getting a full A+ score at the end of the year. I have that to strive for. I mean, I'm striving to be an author by the time I'm 21, like a proper, fully published book thing author. Not just a blog I have on the internet or a short story out there somewhere. Everyone has goals, and if you don't, you really should have a goal, because it gives you purpose, it gives you drive, and it gives you ambition. And that's something I really love about myself, is that I have ambition. That's like the only thing I really, really love about myself, is that I have really large ambitions. Sometimes it inhibits you. Don't let your ambitions inhibit you. Strive for your goals, never give up. And that's really just what I've learned this year about myself and things I've observed and whatnot. It's been a really relaxed, casual video. Don't worry, I'll give you a review next week. I am going to be reviewing Suffragette. I think that's what it's called, or Suffragette. I don't know, it's about women and having a voice in England during a time when they didn't. It's got Carey Mulligan in it, and Meryl Streep, and Helen Bonham Carter. So that should be very interesting. I'm watching the unboxing day, and I'll give a review that weekend, which will be very exciting, and I hope you like it. But until then, please leave this video a like, comment down below things that you've learnt this year. Don't forget to share this video and subscribe if you haven't already. You can subscribe in one of these corners. Not sure which one it is. There's a photo in one of these corners. But I hope you have a lovely week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!